This is Stephen O. I'm the director of Useless Humans, and you're fucking with the G.U.T.S podcast.
Way! We love horror movies.
Fuck
Horror
yeah, man.
movies
Thank you guys
are
so
life.
much. Thank you guys so much.
You know, there's some horror goons.
I'm Zano the Vigi.
Your boy ATX and Space Vikings.
It's low key as me.
Trying to figure shit out.
It's Heather on tour with the Bill for the
This
Week.
changed my life forever. Yes.
Through the trees, through the bees.
Hey, welcome to G.U.T.S podcast. This is Zano the Vigi
Space Viking.
Low key as me.
on the Dread Central Network, baby.
What's up, motherfuckers?
What
It's
is
been a
up?
minute since y'all heard from us.
What
Through
is
the trees,
shaking?
through the bees, and through
Surviving
the
this
bees.
bullshit is what we doing.
Man,
Yeah.
say, man.
Hey, it's the fucking Lost Boys episode.
Hey, it's the Lost Boys
I'm
episode.
telling
And
you.
it's the perfect time for it to, man, die. Shit is really real, man.
Hey, so
Really real.
yeah,
We have to talk later off the phone about shit that's really.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my new shit. Shit is really real. That's gonna be my topic.
well, all right. So Lost Boys. There's a jacked up guy on a saxophone. The end. End of episode. See y'all. See y'all
That's
later.
about it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
See you later, fellas.
Man,
And he's
bro.
still doing the same thing on Instagram that he was in 1983.
Hey, do you think that's him in that Sasquatch uniform?
What?
That
I don't
dude that's
know.
playing the saxophone in the Sasquatch suit. That could be him.
Oh, on Instagram?
Yeah.
No, because that guy.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just making jokes. I'm not trying to get put. I don't care. Shit,
I don't know. That old boy in the Sasquatch got that shimmy down perfect.
he got that shit. Hey, he got them
He
smooth
does.
hips.
That motherfucker stared at that part of the video of that movie like 200 times. He knows that shit on point.
Hey, you know what I be waiting
Out
for?
the saxophone Sasquatch.
I be waiting for one of his neighbors to come around the corner and pop his ass to think they really found Bigfoot. just to be like, we got him.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
low key, how you been, buddy?
Good, fam.
I haven't talked to you in a
shit
while.
was wild for a minute, but we back to normal.
Okay.
I know, man. And how's it? Okay, so the avant-garde is deceased.
I mean, for now, I think everything when it comes to that type of business with
Hey.
bars and live shows and shit,
Yeah, bro.
man, there ain't no telling when that shit's coming
Hey,
back.
you heard? Guess how they doing? Guess how they doing NRG?
What?
Only 14,000 fans could go, and you cannot sit in the. You can't sit close to the field. You can't sit in those top rows. 14,000.
What's it
people.
hold?
14,000 people spread it apart, and if you're not eating or drinking, you got to have your mask on.
Damn. How many
that's
people does it hold?
That thing holds 72,000 people if it's packed. So you drop that
God
bit. Hey
Damn, bro.
man, I guarantee you this. They would charge us to watch football this year. Watch.
Hey, so back to the Lost Boys.
They could cut all that out, though.
Man.
Hey, listen to this.
Man.
First
this
of all-
motherfucker here.
Can't fucking have AIDS.
Hey, so I want to know this. Well, we can't do it now, but I would have loved to go to Santa Barbara and watch the Lost
yeah.
Boys on the big screen.
They show that on the beach out there, dude.
Yes, every anniversary.
Oh, no shit?
Yes, man.
Yeah. Isn't that
Bro,
fucking lit?
that would have been so fucking fire.
Bro, that'd have been dope.
Right, so was that the first time you ever saw it low key at our house?
No, I've seen that was the first time I've seen it in a long, long time.
Yeah.
I've seen it like 3 times before that, but you know how I was back then, bro. Like, I'm not trying to pay attention, but I remember the main part. I remember that bitch ass motherfucker and his dog. And I remember old boy's Michael's mom running out the restaurant saying, "Oh my God, Michael!" And he's like, "Mom, he's trying to kill me." I remember that part.
Yeah, that was an epic scene, though.
Yeah,
This
but his
movie
little brother
was
was kind of a bitch.
This movie was incredibly sexual for showing no tete.
Yeah, this movie was incredibly sexual for showing no tete.
This movie was incredibly sexual for showing no tete. This movie was incredibly sexual for showing no tete. This movie was incredibly sexual for showing no tete. This movie was incredibly sexual for showing no tete. This movie was incredibly sexual for showing no tete. This movie was incredibly sexual for showing no tete. This movie was incredibly sexual for showing no tete. This movie was incredibly sexual for showing no tete. This movie was incredibly sexual for showing no tete. This movie was incredibly sexual for showing no tete. This movie was incredibly sexual for showing no tete. This movie was incredibly sexual for showing no tete. This movie was incredibly sexual for showing no tete. This movie was incredibly sexual for showing no tete. This movie was incredibly sexu
which was a letdown. I mean, if you're going to get that close, you got to give me a little discoloration.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
man.
saying?
They could have had one nip fly out.
Yeah.
Yeah, just,
Give me, I mean, something.
yeah.
And
Just,
to me, man, the first time, I don't know about, man, it's crazy how I snuck up on Lost Boys, man. It's just, man, and I couldn't believe, man, I used to watch that many horror movies, and now that I know that I was doing that, it's kind of like, I think that's all I rented back in the days. It was either horror or Arnold Schwarzenegger movies or Rambo or some shit.
dude, fucking.
But I this was a gem to me because
Yeah.
it was on VHS, of course, but it was like a gem, man.
you know,
to
it's
find.
over 30 years old.
Yeah. So when I found it, it was like,
That's wild.
bro, that's really wild.
But it's still fucking lit, and you know why? Jacked up guy on the saxophone and fucking music, man.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
music.
the music's so fire. And, bro, there's something about that scene, like the whole fair scene, the carnival scene.
Yeah.
Bro, that makes the movie. It's
Yeah,
like
it
the
does.
fucking, it makes it a real perfect movie, bro.
And the
Because it's that hometown shit.
the vibes of the like how they dressed and it was crazy, man. You look at the beginning and it's like, you know, they back then they was trying to make all that seem so weird. But you look at the beginning now, it's like nothing's in the beginning that's not happening right now. Colorful mohawks, wild clothes, big
It all
hanging
came back.
earrings, everybody on mopeds. It's like,
But those were like the fucking, to me, the Lost Boys were like the coolest motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
Like, who wouldn't want to be one of those vampires, dude?
no shit.
Well, bro, and especially back then because it's different. Like, these days, if you see somebody in Germany wearing something that you like, you could have it tomorrow.
Yeah, no
Back
shit.
then, if you see somebody in San Diego or in Orange County, California wearing something, bro, you couldn't get it if you were in New Orleans or in Houston and shit. Like,
Yeah,
you
that's
didn't know
true.
that shit existed, you know?
Everybody had their own styles. Like you could kind of pick
Yeah.
somebody out. Like, oh yeah, they from there.
And Corey Haim, dude, he was dressed fly as fuck too. He had that long like Arizona Matrix trench coat, but
Yeah.
it was like fucking white, dude. That shit was fire, bro.
Oh, yeah. When he was going through the comic book store and they were
Yeah,
like,
man.
nice threads.
Yeah, and he was like, I know, right? And he's like, he was like, where are you from, Krypton? He's like, no, we're from Arizona actually, but luckily we ended up here. That shit was fire, bro.
Yeah.
And fucking Corey Haim.
Yeah.
Or Corey, yeah, I think Corey Haim. I can't remember which Corey is Corey, but the Corey Haim's the one that was like, yeah, man, the Frog Brothers. Epstein got a hold of me.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Too bad for the other dude. You know, the one that's not a Corey in the movie.
Yeah.
No one even thinks about that motherfucker.
I know, right? They don't even talk about him.
Yeah, and he was the
Nah.
shit. He was cool too,
Yeah,
man.
he had a dope role,
And
man.
fucking Grandpa's fucking lit.
Grandpa is the real shit. Putting Windex out on his aftershave. Talking about these hoes don't give a fuck and neither do I. Let's get it.
Yeah, dude. Fucking.
Hey, I laugh because the fact that he was. I know a few people that had TV guides with no TVs. I was like, oh shit. Like,
My dad used to.
hey,
My dad
and
used to read the
it.
TV
You
guide
know,
and
what
not watch
TV at
TV.
all. I just read the TV guide to see what's coming on. I'm like, what the fuck?
Man, remember
But bro,
TV
how about
Guides?
this? What's that?
Remember TV Guides?
Yeah, remember that shit?
That's-
That used to be like, that's what I'm saying. Back then, if you didn't have TV Guide, you didn't know what was on TV.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? That's fucking crazy.
Hey,
you know
and
what I'm
what's
saying?
crazy?
Like,
What's crazy about that? Those things were accurate. It wasn't no
yeah.
gimmicks around that.
Yeah, and like,
No, they wouldn't fuck with it.
dude, I just remember the TV Guide being the only thing that was keeping me from killing myself in the line in the grocery store with my mom, like waiting for her to hurry the fuck up. And I'm just like,
You can see the
I
episode.
want all this candy, but the TV Guide, man, it got me through those times.
Hey, but what's
I
crazy
used to
about
like
that
that
too is
National Enquirer.
the TV guide ended at like midnight. It didn't go to 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Once
Oh,
that,
really?
Once that
I don't
midnight
remember
show
that.
hit,
Oh.
it was kind of like you already knew it was. You knew what was coming on.
Well,
it
a
was
lot of
MASH.
channels, they would do the blank screen. Remember that?
Yeah.
They would do the blank screen with just the color bars on it after midnight.
It was
Remember that?
MASH, and you knew it was like 10:30 because that's after the news. And then around 11:30, if you up with the freaky folks, Benny Hill come on. Remember Benny Hill?
Yeah. No shit.
All right.
Man.
So what's y'all's favorite part of this movie?
Oh, bro, I think the whole. Of course, I like the carnival scene, bro. But there's something about the squad on motorcycles, bro. When like they're doing the whole like chicken thing with Michael.
Yeah.
And they're like, come on, Michael. And, like, they're going towards the fucking edge and shit. And they're like, Michael thinks he's the shit. And he's like, man, I'm going to impress this chick. But he don't know who he's fucking with, you know?
No shit.
Just you.
Man, mine was really, I like the railroad scene when they was all hanging.
Yeah, that shit's dope, bro.
And they all let go in those clouds. That, and when he turned his food into worms. I always used to want to do that to people.
bro, how live was that fucking... Their lair, though, was the sickest vampire lair. They had that Jim Morrison poster.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be it was like a hotel, right?
Yeah. And
it, in the earthquake, it became abandoned.
Yeah, dude.
So it's like a wonderland. It's like a dream for a kid. You know what I'm saying? It's like the type of shit that you dream about. Like, man, I wish
No
Bro,
shit.
could you imagine?
Bro, we're still on that shit to this day, bro.
Man, if you could have found that cave for real as a kid, you'll probably still be living in there.
Come to the Guts lair.
Fucking right.
Yeah, come to the Guts lair and live forever.
Because I can imagine in California, once it get nighttime, it's probably freezing in there.
Bro, but it's so fucking dope. And then, like, it's right by the beach and shit. You know what I'm saying? And, like, bro, it's so fucking... everybody has their little thing, and then the cool thing is we find out that the cave goes even deeper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when they go past the little surface area and it goes deeper and deeper into their lair, where, like, the shit really goes down, where motherfuckers are hanging from the ceilings and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And that's when you learn the Frog Brothers talked all that shit, and then they nutted up when the time came.
And look at those goggles.
Yeah.
Hey, what's crazy, though, now that you think about it, it's like, now that you watch it, but you know the movie... Was you expecting that guy to be the main vampire?
Max. I always thought he was.
Truth, bro.
No, I'm saying because they let him in the house, and it was like he ate the garlic and all that shit, but then he was like, hey, you invited me in, so that's why I was able to come in.
Dude, he dressed fly, too. He had that pink shirt with the fucking badass, like, jacket on.
Yeah, when I first watched it, I wasn't picking him to be, you know, I was like, oh shit, I thought they was just running loose and running wild.
But bro, you know, it's all cool and it looks slick and it's fly. But then when you see the first kills, dude, like the first, like when they're trying to, like, Michael, you must feed. And
I like the one talking about the security guard when they got his ass.
That one too, no, but when they like attack those bikers, dude,
on the beach,
and they're fucking,
that's the shit right
dude, they're eating their fucking heads and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. He bites that motherfucker in the head.
Yeah. So I have my all-time favorite vampires. So David from Lost Boys is number 1, and my number 2 is your boy Bill Paxton from Near Dark, because that shit was lit too. But
pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, Kiefer Sutherland.
Kiefer Sutherland was a beast.
He was the coolest fucking vampire, bro.
He died and left a beautiful corpse.
But when it came to the leader, you know what kind of gave it away for me with the leader is there's something about that dog. Because they focus too much on the dog. You know what I'm saying? That big, white, mean dog.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's something wrong about that dude's story, you know?
Well, the crazy thing about the dog, because dogs are kind of important in this flick, if you think about it, because... So Max had a dog, you know, the evil head vampire had a dog that protected him, but also Sam's dog protected him. You remember that from Michael? Yeah. So there was something that, like, they used dogs could be good or evil depending on, like, who their master is.
Yeah, it was Nanook and Fang, right?
Yeah, Anook or some shit like that. Yeah. And
it was Nanook, and I think the white one was named Fang, right? The bad one, the Hounds from Hell.
Yeah, and they were both like fucking huskies or something, weren't they?
Nanook was. I always remember Nanook because I was like, man, that's a bitch-ass name for a dog. Like, what kind of fucking kid names his dog Nanook?
Yeah.
Fucking
douchebag. Is it
douchebag.
Anook or Nanook? fuck it. But anyway,
But shit, what about the little kid vampire? He was like a little.
oh, that little kid vampire.
Yeah. I wanted that jacket when I was young so bad. His little like I forgot what kind of jacket that was he rocked.
What was the name of that actress that was like the chick? She was fucking sexy, dude.
Yeah, she was.
The Polynesian pom pom.
the old Polynesian tatas. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but
Cut that out. That sounded dumb. Cut it out.
Running away from your true self, huh?
Leave it in.
Running away from your true self, huh? You don't even know who you are anymore. This coronavirus has you fucked.
Hey, but to me,
Got
it's
you
like
fucked up.
to me, it's like one of the like you say, it's one of the dopest ones. Vampire movies. I think because like it was so cool to be a vampire. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I still want to be a vampire.
It wasn't.
And I'm big on like when it comes to horror movies, bro. Vampires are my favorite. Vampires are my favorite. Vampires and zombies. That's my two favorite shit. Like my favorite.
Yeah, they run neck and neck.
Horror movie period. I think
it's of course.
Well,
yeah, but my favorite movie period, horror movie period, is a vampire movie. 30
Hey,
Days a
so
Night.
now
I
we
think
need to
that's my
make
favorite horror
a
movie.
zombie vampire movie. Have they have one yet? Who got one?
yeah, they're
Which one?
damn it, why can't I think of it?
Which one is it? I know it's one. I can't think of it.
Yeah, there's a couple of them, dude.
We need to make one.
Yeah, there's
That'd be good for us.
there's like an Asian one, and then there's a fucking.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm actually a werewolf guy.
So we all got the
Yeah,
facts.
but-
We zombies, werewolves, and vampires.
Vampires are lit though.
The only bad thing about werewolves is most movies do them shitty.
Yeah,
Most
yeah.
movies, they look stupid as fuck.
Yeah, like it would be dope if someone really like did a dope werewolf. You know what I'm saying? Like American Werewolf in London was lit though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the one with Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson was dope too. It
That
really
shit was
That
tight,
shit was
dude.
fucking.
Bro,
Man, that shit was awesome, bro.
Yeah, when he goes in and he pisses on old boy's
So
leg.
how do you rank your vampire?
Yeah,
movies? We're
bro.
talking about wolves now. How do you rank your vampire?
What do I rank the Lost Boys?
What do you give the Lost Boys and your most favorite vampire movie?
I gotta give it.
Oh,
I gotta give it number one for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still watch it to this day, and I've seen it 50,000 times.
What about you, Zano?
Yeah, I'm big. I like Bram Stoker's was tight to me too though.
That's the shit, bro.
Yeah.
That's that shit, man.
Because to me it brought that element of who Dracula really was and shit, and it was more darker. And then the Lost Boys come with the more of a hip style of 80s punk rock, the epic music scenes and stuff like that. And it brought a different flavor to like youngsters being vampires and shit. Like,
So it's your number two
and the
vampire?
number to me was Interview with a Vampire. That shit was fucking crazy.
Yeah, that was dope too.
Man, I forgot all about that, bro. I forgot all about Interview with a Vampire and the whole Anne Rice situation, bro.
And it was in New Orleans, so I know you was fucking.
And
there.
they fucking that was a wild one because they made that little kid a vampire, dude.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and
how they
She's
was
a
eating
beast,
people.
too.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't shit. They'll just eat up somebody and just be like, it's so normal. It's like, oh man, it was crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, they do it so nonchalant where they have an argument while they're eating somebody,
Yeah.
and the argument's not even about them eating it. It's
Yeah.
why or where they're eating them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't worry about eating anybody. Just don't do it. Don't eat this person, or don't do it in public, or don't,
Hey.
you know?
No, it was like, and to Queen of the Damn, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, shit's fire, bro. It really
she
is.
was
All the
so-
Anne Rice shit's super dope.
Yeah, man.
Aaliyah's so fucking hot in that movie. But honestly, to me, man, my Lost Boys. But I really fucking love Near Dark, man.
Yeah.
Near Dark is
Really?
Yeah, dude. Have you seen it with Bill Paxton?
No.
Oh, bro, it's like you remember Pumpkinhead?
Yeah.
So it's got that guy from Pumpkinhead, Lance Henriksen, who was Bishop in.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah, so him and Bill Paxton, bro, they're like it's like to me, it's like the most realist thing of what vampires would really be like.
So
like
what-
they're in the South, and they just go up to a bar and start shit, but they're like Bill Paxton eats a motherfucker, and it's so gory, and he's like finger licking good.
So what about your 30 Days a Night? Where you put that at?
Oh,
That's my shit, bro.
yeah.
That's my favorite horror movie.
Damn.
So for me, it goes 30 Days a Night, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Interview with the Vampire, and then The Lost Boys.
Gotcha. I ain't gonna lie, that 30 Days a Night, them vampires was on some other shit.
You see how you watch The Lost Boys all the time? I watch 30 Days a Night all the time, bro.
Yeah,
I watch
can
it
fuck with
because,
that, man.
to me, I think that's how a vampire really would be. It's almost like it's not a human anymore. They've been a vampire so long that they don't act or feel or even like move around like humans anymore.
Yeah.
They can't. So they turned into this like monster thing that only really looks like a human. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no shit.
Dude, yeah, the fucking that's another really good one, man. Because the vibe
Man, it's
of
so
like
good, bro.
the vibe of like no sunlight for 30 days.
Yeah, man.
And y'all are just
Then
fucked.
they in
It's such a
Alaska,
good
so you know
idea.
it's cold as fuck. Like shit.
Yeah,
And
man.
when them motherfuckers start screaming, God, the vampires, when they lift their heads up and start screaming, dude,
Yeah.
that shit is
And even
creepy.
when he played that part when he played his when he played that record with his fingernail, I was like, damn.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That
And
should be a dope video you can make.
yeah, and then that weird guy's like, you ain't got nothing for me to drink.
Oh yeah, he was a fool.
Nothing
man.
for
Yeah.
me to eat. That guy was a fool too.
He was a fool, but he
what's
was
his
an
name?
underboss. He wasn't even a
he
vampire.
was a
yet.
damn mark. But Lost Boys to me is still going back to the Loose Boys. I still watch it to this day. No matter what's happening, if it's on, I'll let that shit play on, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think it's like, I don't know, it's weird because if you look at it on paper, it wouldn't be, like, wait, they would never do a movie like that today. Like, wait, there's a fair scene and a guy at a saxophone just like singing and that's it. That shit wouldn't go down. But it's fucking like the way they use the music and they fucking use the style and the fucking, it's a vibe,
Yeah.
And
I think in the 80s they knew. I think in the 80s they knew that their whole style was a character itself. I think they, even when they were in it, they realized what they were in. Like
Yeah.
they realized, okay, this is something different and big. You know what I'm saying? So the good ones, the good like artists and movie makers and shit, they use that shit. They use the 80s as a character.
Yeah.
dude, so let's talk about the person who, what's it called? The person who picks the actors. Yeah, that person. Let's talk about how good of a job they did with this cast.
That person.
The casting director.
Casting director,
Yeah, the fucking blowjob initiator.
And why are we on the black couch right now?
The casting couch? You know they were
But
good
yeah,
business.
they killed this movie, bro. It seemed like back then those two Coreys were just the go-to kids
Yeah.
Yeah.
to
Definitely.
bring a movie full circle.
But even like, and he's done a few things since, but like,
They had that following, bro.
Mike-
Like if they end it, people gonna go see it, basically.
but Michael, the dude that played Michael, I always forget his name. He was so iconic in it. Like every role in this movie is iconic. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's not
He's
just
killer. Yeah.
it's not just one actor that like outshines the other one. Like every vampire, it had your boy Ted from Bill and Ted on there. He was fucking killing it.
yeah.
The other guy who didn't even talk much, but he just looked so fucking cool that it was like, man, I want to party with these motherfuckers.
And what's dope? What's so dope about it? Now that I think about it, man, Lost Boys don't just pop up on regular cable. Neither you have to rent or
You
buy.
still
this
got to
shit.
pay for that shit.
It's like it's never gonna
I
come
wonder-
on HBO, Cinemax. They'll let you know what type of realm this movie's in, man. It's like no,
Do you
can't
know
buy
if it
this.
was a hit when it came out? Was it a hit when it came out in theaters? Do you know?
I have no clue.
You know what? We would definitely have to look that up for you. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
Whoever's listening, hit us up and
you probably could look that up.
hit us
right
in
now.
the DM. Do you think?
Because you know some of the
I'm not gonna
badass
take you off the
movies
phone.
that we love and that are huge now, especially from the 80s, they were fucking flops when they came out, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of people probably was nervous about it.
Hold on, I'm looking it up right now. Blah blah blah. Whataburger nutrition facts.
What
All
it
right.
made.
Fucking
Bro,
teenage.
you know who I always thought
Oh,
would have
shit.
played an awesome vampire?
Guess when the release date was?
When?
July 31st is coming up.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
So hold on, directed by Joel Schumacher. Blah blah blah. Words.
Ooh.
Fuck me. Okay.
Yes, bro.
What? So hold on. Budget $8.5 million. Box office $32 million.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I'd say it's a fucking hit.
That's a
Yeah,
flip.
so it was big from the start.
Yeah, dude.
That's a nice flip right
Yeah,
there.
because you got to think about it. It had the two Corys in it. That was like a guarantee that like 30,000
Yeah, that it was
billion
going to be big. Yeah.
teenage hoes were going to pull
and
up.
what year was that? And then you got to look at 87. Eddie Murphy was big. Tom Hanks was big. Tom Cruise was big. You was going up against a lot of
Some
top
big
dogs,
boys,
man.
some fucking home run hitters.
Yeah, man. It was hard to put a movie out in the 80s, man, like that. You had to come with it.
You know who I always thought would have played a good vampire in this movie, bro? It'd have been dope if they had Christian Slater in this, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, Christian Slater
Imagine
was
Christian
dope.
Slater,
dude.
one of those vampires, man.
Yeah.
He could have killed that
That'd
shit,
have been
man.
crazy. You know what's so crazy? Now that you say that, we're gonna have to Google that in the facts. Like, who turned down the roles of the sides of not wanting to be with your boy as the main guy?
Huh?
Who turned down? Like, you know, people probably turned down the roles. Like, nah, I don't.
I know
I'm
a
not
bunch
the
of
head
people
vampire,
because they
I
were
don't
on
wanna
their
be
way up and they didn't want to take a supporting role or something like that.
Exactly.
Dog, remember Gleaming the
Yeah.
Cube with Christian Slater?
Bro, how can you forget it, bro?
Fucking
How can you forget it? That's the shit. Remember the fucking the underground room with the half pipe in it, man?
I wanted that shit so bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking dope. So
It's one of those other. It's another one of those layers that's legendary, bro. That's like a kid's paradise, you know?
Yeah. And what's so dope, man, to this day, like it's definitely a decapitation on the gut side, and it's definitely a keep you off your phone, man. I don't even like you say, once it come on, I could just watch it. Because I get so many memories by watching this movie of when it came out on VHS.
It's like fucking The Lost Boys is like fucking hypnotizing, bro.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's like, and that's another hurdle, which is a hard hurdle to jump, is not just keeping you off your phone, but keeping you off your phone after you've already seen it. You
Yeah,
know,
no
the
shit.
second and third and fifth and eighth time you've seen it, and it still keeps you off your phone. That's hard to do, bro. That's really hard to do, especially at home, you know?
Yeah, because you watch it like it's new all over again. That's when you know you made a dope movie, man.
it's like the perfect mix of like style and music and coolness, but gore and fucking, you know, it's like it's the perfect mix of everything.
Yeah. Dope effects too, man.
Yeah, like blood. You know, the kills when they all come for him at the end. The kills are live, dude. When they put up that dude in the fucking garlic bath, the dog comes and rushes, gets it, bam, nails him into the fucking garlic bath.
Yeah.
I would, you know what?
I think it's like,
Did the dogs fight?
it's one of the movies.
That would have been dope.
No, they never fought. But the one dog bites the mom's leg.
Yeah. Remember she was
I'm
running
trying to
from
attack
it.
Yeah, and you know, so
And-
I always loved it, man. And, you know, the only thing that would have made it better is if the mom would have started scissoring the other hot chick.
Oh,
Still believe. Still believe. Jacked up saxophone player with a lot of grease. All right.
It's definitely one of the movies that defined the 80s. I'd say that, Lost Boys, Gremlins, and The Goonies, and a few more, but those are the movies that, like, defined the fucking 80s.
And you know, throw Poltergeist and all that in there too, man. And
Dude, the 80s was the best, bro.
yeah, the 80s was the shit, because the 80s had the best soundtracks to me, the best, like,
They still did-
cast directors.
They
and,
still did practical effects.
yeah, exactly.
The economy was booming, so they were just spending money on anything. Studios weren't worried about taking losses.
Yeah, no shit.
You know?
And they had all the great actors in it. It's like people wasn't turning down roles, man. It's like, oh yeah, you want me to do what? Yeah, I do it. So
everybody working in this bitch. Everybody working. Money's everywhere. That's when Hollywood had all. I mean, they still got money, but back then they'd sling that cash.
yeah, they was buku. They was money,
Yeah,
man.
fucking cocaine sales were on the rise, and fucking,
Everything was lucrative.
Yeah, shit with aliens were.
And then you got to realize that's the first time that AMC 30s started hitting the market. Like
Everybody woke up at 1:30 in the afternoon.
The first time going to a theater and they got 30 damn films playing at one time. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, and they're all killers.
Yes, exactly.
Was neon invented in the 80s?
Neon color?
No, but I think half boners were. Not
a
the
little
full
smidge.
What about a rack of
But
tits?
just a smidge. A little blood flow.
Just
a
a
little blood
smidge.
flow.
A smidge and glory holes are from the 80s, baby.
Yeah.
You know what else was? Never mind. So,
You can't stab anybody with it, but it looks great in a picture.
It looks great in a Speedo.
hey, well, you might take
Hell
your
yeah.
friends and get in a DeLorean and go to 88 miles an hour, but that don't mean you Back to the Future player.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
So let's bring us to
So,
fuckery.
is that fuckery?
Fuckery.
All right.
That's it. Let's do it.
All right, so I got to just say, this week on fuckery, for me to even say this, that's how you know it's fucked up. This was one of the fucking weirdest movies I've ever seen in my life. So,
What?
yeah, bro. Confessions of a Teenage Placenta.
God damn it.
It's called The Thingy, Confessions of a Teenage Placenta.
You gotta see it to believe it.
Yeah, guess who made it?
Trauma.
Of course, my beloved
Yes.
Trauma. Trauma, I love you, man.
Yes,
Fucking
you
Trauma.
are, guys. Man, we might have to get Trauma
They really know what
tattoos.
they're doing over there, don't they?
Dude, the crazy thing about this movie, so there's like this fucking female bodybuilder chick who only works out one arm, and she's like it's like in Russia, and it's like poverty and all this weird soundtrack, and like she's in this gym and she's just like legs spread and all these like weird muscled up dudes around her, and she gives birth to this fucking placenta and starts breastfeeding it in the middle of the gym, and she's all jacked up on roids, and it's like she has this placenta, and she, next thing you know, like they're doing a weird 21 gun salute for the placenta's dead father, and it's like this little placenta. It's such a fucked up movie. He just gets like bullied, and he finally, a chick takes him out on a date,
What
but
about that car?
she just wants to eat him for his nutrients, and like kids are just want to eat him for his nutrients and shit, and like at the end of the movie, you like really feel bad for this fucking placenta, even though it's supposed to be a fucking joke. And it's like, damn. And then he goes on a killing rampage and kills all the babies that are born because he's mad that they're normal.
Uh-huh.
And then he fucking, then the priest that always molests him eats him.
Fucking nuts.
Confessions of a Teenage
What year did
Placenta.
it come out? Is it old?
Oh yeah.
No, it's like,
It's old, isn't it?
no,
What year did it came out?
I don't remember.
He drove around in a fucking.
He was driving around like in a big wheel and shit, what? Dude, it's fucked up. Hold on. The Thingy came out
And they kicked his ass and took his lunch from him.
Yeah, The Thingy. Fuck, it doesn't even say, dude.
We'll have to look that up. We'll put that.
It's like they dare each other to do something.
Oh,
I bet
2013.
they're like, I bet you won't.
Yeah,
And they
Damn,
do it.
2013.
2013.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Damn.
listen to the thing about it. The heartbreaking story of a living placenta that is raised as a human, a Christian, a soldier.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
yeah. This is like, it's actually really fucking good. Like it's like, damn, dude, this movie.
Check it out.
Fucked up. Yeah,
I'll send it to you.
That's fuckery. So that brings us
Where'd
to.
you find it?
You can find it on Amazon, or I think it's free on YouTube too. I think.
Oh yeah, YouTube might have it.
Oh, and no, go subscribe to Trauma now. You can, for $3 or $4 a month, you get all the free Trauma movies you want.
That's what's up. Go get it.
Yeah,
that brings us to
Shoes on the way.
Wait.
erupt like a volcano. Me and my partner Zano.
The shoes of the week. Oh man, we got a banger for y'all today. God damn it, folks out there in quarantine world. So, we all Houston Rockets fans, except Kent, of course. But we got to give a shout out to one of the greats, man, from Georgetown, Hoyas, coming out. I think he's from Jamaica, I want to say. Rocking number 33. Went to the New York Knicks. Not only, but the Patrick Ewing Highs. They call it 33 Highs. But these 33 Highs did a collaboration with Death Row Records. Oh,
no way.
My God, yes. They're all white, blue Death Row labels on the back. It comes equipped. I like to say equipped. Can you say equipped?
Equipped.
It comes with the basketball that everybody loved back in the days. It got like a keychain ball on the side that everybody wanted to have. So, okay, on the back, on one side it has Def, and the other side it has Row. And what's crazy, the colorway is white and blue, and it has Death Row Records on the tongue. They were going for like $140 on UNathletics.com. If you can look them up, I think the sizes are they probably like 5 or 6 pair left. But what a lot of people didn't know, Patrick Ewing in like 1987, 88, he was running. Jordan, everybody was doing their thing. So Patrick Ewing stepped out on court with a blank shoe. Nothing on the shoe at all. They said everybody was like, what the hell is going on? But people don't realize Patrick Ewing, I think he wore Adidas before. He could have signed a big lucrative contract with Adidas, Nike, whoever he wanted to. He's actually the first NBA player to endorse his own shoe. You feel what I'm saying? Because his shoe is called the Patrick Ewings. It's not made by nobody. It's called the Ewings. The first basketball player to have all proceeds basically coming to him for his shoe.
He getting all that company.
Yeah, because he wasn't under no brand. It wasn't a Nike, didn't make them. Nobody made them. So it's so funny that a lot of people's on the internet going crazy like, hey man, he from New York. Knicks, why the hell would you do a collaboration with the Death Row and they from the West Coast? But the shoe is irresistibly a badass shoe. It's a must-have. It's white and royal. It's like white and royal blue. And that's going to be part of the shoes of the week coming up. We're going to have it on the internet pretty soon on our IG page. And I will send you a couple pictures of it. Bro, the shoe is badass. It's going for like $140 right now. And like I always say, $140 is not that bad of a shoe right now to pay for. Dope ass shoe. It's the remakes of the 80. I want to say it came out like 88, 91. I never forget them like in middle school, high school. Dope ass shoe,
they're
man.
huge, bro. They're fucking big as fuck. The tongue of the shoe is really, really big. They're fucking crazy. The tongue is super huge,
and it has Death Row Records with the dude in the electric chair on there.
Bro, that's fucking crazy.
Badass. And at the back, it still had a 33 at the back. It got Death Row on one side, Row. It got like sprinkle dot blue on the side. It's fucking badass shoe. I recommend any shoe collector to have them. They slept on, but you think they slept on until you go back on the internet and they don't have no more. I'm not sure how.
Yeah, is it going to be one of those ones that's hard to get?
It's not hard to get because they on Ewing Athletic. That's another thing. See, Ewing is not even bridging itself with like sneaker apps and anything like that because it's his own shoe, which I think is pretty dope.
He's still standing strong.
Standing strong. He makes so many different shoes, and then to make that collaboration was like mind blowing to people. And it's $140. I'm not sure how resales go with Ewings, but I guarantee if you got them in your collection and you got a Ewing fanatic, you could probably make you some money off of that. And this is Zano the Vision, the shoes of the week. Conspiracy.
Hey everybody, it's Loki. It's me, and I'm back with your conspiracy theories and true crimes of the week. It's beautiful out here in sunny Houston, Texas. You cocksuckers, hold on, because Jeffrey Epstein, the fucking ghoul himself, is back in the news, and why shouldn't he? He's the most terroristic piece of shit that's ever walked the face of the earth, and this motherfucker just won't quit. Just, 3 months after his supposed death, I think this motherfucker faked his death. He sure didn't kill himself, but that's for another conspiracy theory. Go back a few episodes, you can watch that one. But he's back in the news. So Jeffrey Epstein's case is still going on because he's dead, but we still got to find out who and why and what the fuck was going on with all these kids. How did he get his money? What's going on? So, sure enough, Judge Sienna in New Jersey, she had been a district court judge for about 8 years, and she was charged with the task of unraveling Jeffrey Epstein's financial bird's nest. Basically, it was her job to go through all his accounts and find out where exactly Jeffrey Epstein got his money from and where it went to. Because if you look in, Jeffrey Epstein is just known as a financer and an investor. He has no real job title. No one knows where the fuck this dude came from.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah, no one knows. I mean, he was a teacher at Harvard. He never went to college.
God damn.
Yeah.
He was trafficking
we
men.
trying to find out the first time anyone's ever really dug into his financial records is now. And this judge, 4 days after she's given the task of going through the financial records, a UPS at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, a UPS driver knocks on the door. Her husband and son answer the door, and they catch 2 hot ones to the forehead. Yeah.
Fuck.
So, obviously, a hitman comes and kills the judge's son and husband. And then he's gone. No one knows who he is.
Damn.
Well, sure enough, the next day, what do you think happened? Do you think they caught him? Do you think they get to question him? Do you think they get to find out who paid? Fuck no. This dude is found 8 miles away in his car with multiple self-inflicted gunshot wounds. Let me ask you something. If you're shooting yourself and you're killing yourself, how many times you got to shoot yourself? Probably just one. Well, not him. This cocksucker shot himself twice.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The legacy and conspiracy and horseshit of Epstein lives on, ladies and gentlemen. I tell y'all right now, this is the most diabolical man that can break the system of child pedophilia and trafficking. If we could just get to the bottom of this motherfucker. But they keep killing everybody. And that's low-key, as me, conspiracy theories of the week.
Conspiracy.
Well, we love everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen.
We love everyone that listened.
Yeah. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man.
Everybody hang in there. We have a dope interview for y'all with the homie Stephen O, man.
Yeah.
He directed Useless Humans.
Fuck yeah.
And
fucking awesome movie.
Yes.
A really fucking awesome movie.
Badass,
I really suggest you guys check out this movie.
Yeah, there's some Predator.
It's fucking great.
Predator vibes in there. There's some 80s vibes in there.
We're gonna let y'all talk about it.
Yeah, it's a dope. Yeah, Useless Humans. Y'all go check it out. You can rent it now on Amazon.
Yes.
And homie Steven was cool.
Yeah,
as
cool
shit,
as shit, man.
Yeah, and
make sure y'all get online and go to www.gutspodcast.com. We have dope ass merch. We got some more merch coming soon. We about to do some more collabs coming soon.
On iTunes and Spotify. Follow us on Spotify. Just do all the things, man. We finally got this podcasting in different situations in this crazy world of ours figured out.
Yes.
And thank you guys for listening, man. We love y'all to death, and we got some dope shit coming up for y'all.
And we out.
We out, B.
Zano the Vision.
Space Viking.
Low key as me.
Oh, I still believe.
Horror movies are life.
Hello.
Steven.
Yo, Steve, what's up?
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Chillin'. Welcome to Guts Podcast, man.
Yo.
Thanks for having me, man. I'm excited
Hell
to be
yeah.
here.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Hey, man. So big congrats, man, on Useless Humans, bro. Y'all look like y'all had a lot of fucking fun making that movie, man.
Hell yeah.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, man, it was a lot of fun. Good group of people. You know, like people I went to not high school, but film school with, and then the cast was great. But it was, you know, I think it's always more fun for everybody else but the director. But I think everyone else had a lot of fun.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, dope story. How did it all come together? Was this something like all your buddies from film school, y'all were just like back in film school talking about, hey, we're going to do a movie someday? Or is this something that like a production company came and said, hey, you know, we want y'all to make this movie? Or how did it all go down?
Yeah, man. I went to American Film Institute, and between, I guess, 2015, 2017. And yeah, while I was there, I worked with, pretty much worked with everyone I did the movie with. So I worked with the cinematographer, Scott Summers, quite a bit. And then I worked with the writer, George Kane. And then I worked with the producer, Ryan Scringe. And we made shorts there, right? So we all got along. And then Ryan Scringe, upon graduating, he's the one that had this idea, right? He grew up drinking with his buddies in a tiki bar. And he just wanted to make a movie like the films he loved, like Shaun of the Dead and movies like Predator that we grew up watching and Back to the Future. So he really wanted to make like a throwback, monster sci-fi movie. And he came to me because, I had that same love for like that same genre. And, he had a script, and then after it brought me on, I did a rewrite with George, and then we got two other writers come on and do a rewrite of that, and then we just kind of hit it, man. So it was pretty quick once he brought me on.
Yeah, definitely got those kind of vibes in it, man. It was a great time. Yeah, I loved like the ending had like the little throwback Predator kind of credits, where you show all the characters.
Yeah, man.
It was. We loved it, man. It was lit. It was a great time. It was funny as shit.
Yeah.
And the special effects were dope, man. Who did the special effects on that?
Thank you, guys. Yeah, so I worked with a couple people for the special effects, but I really appreciate that, guys. It's like this is my first feature, and
oh no shit,
to make any movie. Yeah, man. So like it's great to and shout out to Anton Egdalov for hooking us up right quick. But yeah, man. So the practical effects were done by autonomous effects. And they did things like some of the elves in Bright, and they've done like Boston Strong with Gyllenhaal, So it was like a really great company that we had the opportunity to work with for the Alien in particular, right? So the practical effects. And so we reached out to them, and they happened to have like an alien suit that they had made in the past. So they were able to give us kind of a discount on it, and then they were able to modify it at a cheaper cost than what we would have been able to do if we were just trying to build a suit from scratch. So they were fucking great, man, and they really came through with the LED lights on the head.
I want one of those masks, man. That shit is dope as fuck. I kept saying, man, I want that shit.
Yeah, we were watching it, and my brother was like, man, I want that fucking mask, bro.
Fuck yeah.
Yo, man, maybe call up Autonomous, man. They'll probably hook it up for you. But, yeah, man, they killed it, and, they just kept on, coming through. And then in the end, we had, for post VFX, we had this guy, Michael Plessia. Great, one-man band. He just kind of sat down and he did every single, he rendered every single VFX on his own. So that was pretty sweet.
How long did the whole project take to make?
So I came on to do, when I first came on to the project to do a rewrite, that was January 2018.
Nice.
So the whole thing all said and done, from me coming on to write it to selling it now, is almost 2.5 years. But from pre-production to now, a year and a half almost, man. I mean, we finished the film about a year ago this month, and then the shoot itself was only 15 days in December of 2019. So the whole thing was just 2018.
Oh, that's
so the whole thing was just pretty crazy.
Man.
Yeah,
that's good that y'all finished it before all this crazy COVID shit happened.
Dude. Yeah, very good. And then just a good opportunity to hopefully get some more eyes on it. People are home. And, it's a good escape film, man, and it's perfectly themed. We are useless humans, as we continue to see,
No shit.
Yeah, I don't want to give any of the spoilers away, man, but the twist at the end was fucking epic.
Yeah, that shit was fucking crazy. We was like, what the fuck I was like, hell no.
Good, man. That's what I was hoping. I think it'll throw some people for a loop, but, I had to get a little something in there at the last minute. And, happy to hear.
Yeah, it kept, like I say, man, it was the great movie, great setup. Like, even the comedy factors in there, it's just all around, like, entertaining. Even the characters, boy from Sex Drive and shit.
Yeah, that
was...
Oh, nice.
That was funny to see. I was like, oh, shit, he in this. That was pretty dope. What did y'all actually... Is it all on set, or did y'all have a certain location where y'all filmed it?
Yeah, we shot in, that's what you're asking, where we shot the movie?
Yeah.
We shot the film in, predominantly in this one avocado farm in Moore Park, California. So, about, an hour and a half outside of L.A., and it was just man, one of my producers, John Block, he just happened to find this perfect location that had the red barn, and it had, the kind of log cabin feel, and then it had the shed. And then we pretty much cheated everything else. I mean, we really cheated it into, I don't know, 10, 15 different locations. So it worked out, man, but it was hard because it was spread out, so we had to kind of hop all over. And then the only other location was the planetarium that our Sex Drive actor, Josh Zuckerman, is in the beginning. And I'm happy you guys pointed that out, because fucking Sex Drive, man, it's crazy because I saw that when I was 18, right? And then I wanted to make this kind of like a coming-of-age 30-year-old movie, so it just... it was kind of coming full circle from when I was 18 to being 30, and then I get to use this dude that was in Sex Drive.
Yeah,
kinda,
no doubt.
How
was,
wild! How crazy is that? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That when I saw Josh was in it right off the rip, I was like, oh shit, that's my boy, because we love that movie too. But the
hell yeah.
how is it like? So obviously, we're fans of him. Obviously, if you like Sex Drive, you like him. How is that actually working with him when you seen him on screen, and now it's like, oh shit, I'm telling this guy what to do? Is it hard, or is it pretty chill?
It was pretty chill in this case. I mean, there's always definitely Josh Zuckerman and Joey Kern. I grew up seeing Joey Kern in movies like Cabin Fever and Grind and stuff. So
oh yeah, and Super Troopers.
Yeah,
Super Troopers, man. That's the first thing that comes to mind. So it was. Yeah, it's always a little bit of a trip at first, right? But then, once you get working and it's the same old thing that you're used to doing, and then everyone's so professional, it kind of just quickly dissolves into just being colleagues and trying to get the movie done. But every now and then it's weird, I'm like, oh, dude, you're the dude in Sex Drive, or you're the dude in Cabin Fever, But they're both great, and Josh in particular, man, he just a great collaborator, hard worker, just completely humble, and he really, it was really a joy to work with. I mean, everyone was, the whole cast, really. I lucked out. I had no, prima donnas or nobody with an ego or anything like that. So
they killed it, man. They all really did well together, man. It was really dope how they all act together.
Yeah, some great one-liners, man.
Yeah.
I fell out when my buddy said, "Oh shit, dicks are just dicks and pics are just pics."
Yeah.
I was fucking laughing so hard, dude. But so have you always known I want to make movies when I grow up?
Yeah, man, pretty much, as a kid, watching, black and white movies, then Batman was a big one, and then just I think you all, when you're young, you only see the actors. So at first I just wanted to be an actor, and then I kind of fell away from it as I got older. I listened to my teachers and adults telling me it was a bad idea. And I was going to go to school for business, in college. And then I got to college, and it just kind of everything kind of hit me at once. And I kind of had this wake up call where it was we could die at any moment. What do I want to do today? And that's it. Let me just think about today. And it was making a movie. So right then and there, I just started making a short film, and that was 13 years ago. So from the moment I committed to now, like really committed, that was like 13 years of hard work, and of course, you know, I always like in my heart wanted to do it, but that was the real commitment. And then, you know, it took me 13 years just to make one movie now. So
it's crazy though that process, right? Like when we decided, for example, like when we wanted to do this podcast, you know, like it's kind of like, man, it's funny, like at least for us, man. Like, you know, when we started out, no one knows who the fuck we are. We don't know what we're doing, but it's like we're so much like we're happy though, because we know, like I'm doing what I want to fucking do, and was that for you? Like when you made that change, were you just like, did a different world open up to you?
Yeah, man. Like it was just, you know, and it's not been easy, as you guys know, right? Like it's always hard even once you commit, but yeah, it was like, you know, just making the commitment to myself, like this is what makes me happy, and I believe life really is about creating, and as long as I sit in that, in like, you know, the joy of creating, then yeah, man, I'm like, it set me off right away and changed my whole kind of perspective on life. And you know, it's always hard because it's just a challenging industry. But when you don't think about, like, you know, all the things that society tells you, like, you got to get money, you got to be successful at it, then it's like you realize that you're just happy doing it, you know?
Yeah, no doubt, man.
It's crazy how, that, like the I call them normal people, you know, how they want to suck you into that world, man. But it's like, man, I'm supposed to do something else, bro, you know? And,
hell yeah.
You know, it's like, man, I'm not, you know, and, people, you know, like at first you start going a different way, and people are like, you know, I'm calling myself Space Viking. People are like, man, who the fuck is this guy? But, you know, it's like, it's just funny. You're happy, even though, like, you know, I'm like, man, if we when we started, I'm like, if we don't make a dime doing this,
it did it.
I'm happy because I know I'm doing what I want to do. So that's
fuck yeah, man.
That's cool to hear. Like, I'm really fascinated about how you know, watched Sex Drive and saw your homie in it now. Full circle. Now you're a director, and you made a badass movie, bro.
Thank you so much, man. And you guys are doing awesome with the podcast, you know, and just like anytime you just, you know, you manifest something and you just put yourself to doing it, man. I mean, that's like, there's nothing more beautiful than that. So
we appreciate that, homie.
Yeah, it makes it's so easy when it doesn't feel like work, you know.
Yeah,
it's just like with the directing part, and I feel what you're saying, like, cause for acting, it's like, okay, it might have took longer just to become an actor, you know, just to get, and then I'm doing like Colgate commercials or something you wasn't expecting to do. Then all of a sudden, it's like, as being a director, it's like, well, hey, I could actually film something that's gonna be engraved in history. As either this is my debut film, and this is what I put out, and which is a dope ass film. And in the long run, like how some directors do, they always end up adding themselves into films, which I think is dope too. And I know that pretty much could go either way with you, since you kind of like said you wanted to start off being an actor also.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, I definitely do still enjoy acting, and sometimes I will I'll put myself in, like, you know, my personal stuff when someone else's money's not on the line, right? But like, so I got some shorts on the internet too that, like, one of them I think you guys would dig. It's like a horror short called The Notion Show, and it's about like it's a mockumentary about a dark web reality show in which a host makes, like, unbeknownst contestants play games for their life live on the internet. So
I'm
it's like
all about that. Yeah. I am all about
man.
that.
So I play the lead in that, you know, and that was just like I made it right before the feature. That was just like a fun project that I had to do. You know, I just had to get it out. I don't even know if anyone else believes in it, but it's like, I got to do this, and I just took like a couple $1,000 and I shot it one weekend. And again, it's like, you know, just the process of doing it, right? Just making that commitment, and then you have something to show for it, you know, forever. So
I mean, I like how
check that out.
I like how y'all transition when they picked out the weapons in the movie, and y'all just start rocking Sound Fly. I was like, man, we need him to send that song to, because we was in here.
Yeah, I found it. It's by Lil Addicts.
Yeah, we was in here grooving.
Yeah,
we was in here grooving. I said, hell yeah, man, they done turned it up a notch, man. They picked out.
Dude.
She's like, this is not artillery. This is a barn. This is.
Yo. Fuck yeah, man. I found Ill Addicts. like I was like, I knew I wanted to do like this slow-mo sequence that wasn't in the script. That just like I just felt like I wanted to do that, and then I wanted like a really kind of poppy, like hard hip hop song, but obviously we had no money. And then like I'm on Instagram one day, and I hear this track just from these like these young guys in Boston, and I was just like, man, this is it, like this is the track. Like this could be on the radio right now, and I believe in those guys. So I hit them up, and then like super pumped, and we got it in the movie, and that's one of my proudest little discoveries. Is that song?
Yeah, man. Well, shout out to Addicts, man. That
song was rocking.
We were jamming in here.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's what's up, man. So, are you involved in all the kind of stuff like that when the movie, like what songs are going to go in and all that kind of stuff, or is it like a team, or are you calling the shots, kind of thing?
Yeah, man. I mean, this was definitely collaborative process, and a lot of writers, and working with the producers and Ryan, it was his original idea. But yeah, I try to, I try to have as much input and control as possible, because I do believe like, film is like a director's medium, and the more you could personalize it, like the more a solidified voice will be there, and then the better the movie will be. So I got the composer, and I really worked with him on the score a lot. Shout out to Matthew James. He did a great job. And then, I found the Ill Addict song. If it's my own movie, right, and I'm producing it myself, then, I do everything. But with this one, it was like, then we'd find, we'd all go through tracks when it came to the other music to get. And then everyone puts in their input, and then we kind of come to, a democratic solution with everyone understanding that, I'm the director, and, they want me to believe in it, but at the same time, everyone's got to, feel strongly about it as well. So we come to an agreement most of the time,
Right on, man. So what do you got in the store, man? What can we see? Oh, first off, where can I find your short at? What did you call it? Was The Notion?
The Notion Show, yeah. So that's on YouTube, and you could also just go to my website, StephenOhl.com with a PH, StephenOhl.com. And then I have, The Notion Show's on there, and a couple other shorts are on YouTube. Check those out. And then, I'm just always writing, I'm just, it's like, just always got ideas. And I'm just, the good part about the pandemic is I've just had a lot of opportunity to sit down and write. And then, after this movie, I really wanted to get back to maybe something even like smaller, more of a character study, more drama, and just kind of go the complete opposite. So for the past 2 years, I've been working on this script that's inspired by the life and death of hip hop artist Mac Miller, and I kind of wanted to, tell like a Star is Born story, but about a hip hop artist and someone that dies too young. So I've been working on that for like 2 years. I really want to. I'd love to do that one next, but so that's the one on deck. But then in the meantime, I'm also writing kind of a neo-noir LA web series that's called The Doer that I would love to do. So those two are on deck, and then just always writing. So keep an eye out. I hope in the next couple of years we'll be, hopefully sooner than that, we'll be in production 2021. And then be able to make another movie, because I'm getting it.
You did go. I think I heard. Did you? What film school did you go to? Film school? Which one did you go to?
Yeah, I went to the American Film Institute Conservatory for grad school, and I actually went to film school for undergrad as well. So I'm just like, I keep running to school to avoid real life, but that's,
fuck yeah,
yeah.
But that's done now, so it's time to keep trying to make some movies, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, that's dope. So, that's that Mac Miller story, man. That's gonna be cool. I'd love to see what you do with that, man. So you like rap, man. You like hip hop, huh?
I do love hip hop. Yeah, I mean, I love all music, but I definitely tend to listen to. I grew up in suburbs, Jersey, and I don't know. That was just the music that everybody listened to growing up, and I loved it. I think a lot of the reason I love it is because it's like, it's all about like pulling yourself from nothing and creating like something, you know, great, and using your ambition and using your ego. So it's just like, and also it's like the modern form of poetry, and perhaps like, you know, the greatest new modern music. I mean, you know, rock and roll was the 70s, and then we had grunge, but you know, since then, I really do feel like hip hop is you know, one of the most popular and influential mediums there is, you know.
Stephen O dropping gems on them. Fucking giving us those gems, man. Yeah, I totally agree, bro.
So who you grew up like horror wise? Who was your favorite growing up?
Oh man, horror directions. Like I love Sam Raimi, man. Like you know, just like his style was so awesome. But also like I'm a big fan of John Carpenter. You know.
Fuck yeah.
So I really like, just with his score and everything, like one of the big influences for the film was like The Thing, just as far as like shooting, you know, because he had all these guys, and he always had to shoot so many actors in one scene. So I watched that movie a lot to kind of figure out how he would cover scenes so effectively with like so many characters. But yeah, beyond that, Carpenter, Raimi, man, you know, Romero, Burton, I wouldn't call him horror, but he certainly has like an aesthetic that leans into that, you know.
No doubt.
But yeah, and yeah, those are some. What about you guys?
Oh, bro, yeah. Well, as far as like directors go, definitely, yeah. Raimi's is a beast, man. We're big, you know. We're from Texas, so we're big Tobe Hooper guys.
Tobe Hooper, baby. Texas Chainsaw.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tobe Hooper. We like, man. Wes Craven is. I'm a big Wes Craven guy.
Definitely.
Stephen O.
Right, yeah.
But Wes Craven. All of them. You know, Carpenter. But you know, I'm all about too. Like, I'm about cats that like no one's ever heard of. I'm about people.
We love the indie, man. The indie is our shit.
I'm about people that do something outside the box. You know what I mean? And it don't really matter. You know, I have certain directors that I'll always love, like Wes Craven, of course, and Carpenter. I loved like my favorite Carpenter one was Body Bags. Everyone, you know, always gives me shit for that because you know, Michael Myers is the guy. But
and like I
like weird kind of stuff.
Dude, I haven't seen that. Like, I'm afraid to admit that right now, but now I know that I need to watch that.
Oh yeah, check it out, man.
Oh yeah, Body Bag. It's like a little anthology tale. It starts off with John Carpenter ripping a chainsaw, and it's like it says 187. You know, 187 production company or something, and then the chainsaw dies, and he kind of goes, meh, you know, like, oh well. And then he's like at a morgue, like, you know, drinking formaldehyde and talking about bodies and shit. It's pretty wild.
Oh shit, sounds amazing.
Yeah, you know, I'm a big fan. I'm just a big fan of different, man, and that's why I like Useless Humans, bro. You know, it was cool, man. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't a movie you're like, oh.
It hit our guts factors like to the T, so that's a perfect thing for it.
Yeah, we got our guts factors. The
like
first one is
keep us off the phone.
Yeah, it's got to keep us off the phone, man.
Hell yeah.
You know, I'm addicted to it.
That's great.
You know?
I know. We all are, man. Like it's you know, and that's the biggest thing you're up against when people are watching movies at home now. It's like,
yes, man.
You're fighting for their attention. It's almost, I feel like Netflix, maybe, I don't know if it's true, but I heard that they even design a lot of their movies now to be like background, so that like if people are on their phones, they could like have the movie in the background and not like
miss it.
You know, not miss out on stuff. And I don't know if that's true, but it's certainly, you know, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, that's so interesting, man, because it's kind of like why I love movies and horror in particular. It's like I'm trying to get off this damn thing. You know, I got fucking people calling me. They want their money back. I got, you know, fucking baby mamas wondering where I am and shit. I'm trying to get away from that shit, man. I'm trying to watch some damn Useless Humans, you know?
Fuck yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's cool, man. Were you involved in like the editing process and stuff too of the flick?
Yeah, man. You know, try to be there, present for every step of the way, and I had a great editor and another AFI alumni, Brian Denny, and his process was like, finish the movie, and then he did his own cut, like an editor's cut or an assembly cut, we'll call it. He took like a month to do that, and it was nice. Then I got a month break. And then this was a quick process. I pretty much just sat at his place for 2 months, and, just kept going over it, keep on making my edits. And then we did a couple test screenings, and then finished it off based on that. But yeah, just try to, I did a lot of editing too, just trying to make films and stuff. So editing really is, that's where you see the film come together. So I'm definitely, really in love with that part of the process. Yeah. And it's relaxing too. You can do you can work every day in sweatpants. So I like that.
Hell yeah, fuck yeah. I like the director's cut at the end too. They kind of show the bloopers and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate that when movies do that. I'm like, hell yeah. Show all the scenes that didn't make it and stuff. That's pretty dope, man.
Yeah, thank you. I definitely had a lot of fun, and the actors, did some improvisation too. So that always keeps things, interesting.
Did like the COVID pandemic? Did that fuck up how y'all released it, or was it going to go like to theaters or film festivals or something? And then since everything went to shit, y'all just put it out there, or how did that go?
Well, we did like one festival. We did a couple festivals, Quest, and I think there was another one. But no, man, like we were really, we were really just trying to get it out there and sell it. And I always kind of. I always kind of planned for it to just be digital. I mean, I would love to see this movie in theaters, but it is just very hard to, for distribution to put up that money to make print or make DCPs and send it all out there. But
yeah, I don't even know how what they're gonna do anymore. I think theaters are done, bro.
I'm really upset about it. I hope not, man. Like, I mean, I know they'll never be gone in like major cities. Like LA, New York, will always have like the art theaters, but I hope they don't. The communal experience of watching a movie is something that's special. But yeah, if anything, the pandemic actually helped us because it's the films that are done and ready to be released are more in demand than ever.
Yeah, it looked like it's getting back to like drive-through movie theaters. I've been seeing a lot of them popping up around Houston lately.
Yeah, I haven't been yet, but I'd like to go. Have you guys tried it or no?
No, we haven't tried it, but it's pretty cool though how it's set up.
Yeah, because that's like pandemic safe. You can stay in your car and bring your own treats and shit. So that might there's one in Houston right now. We're down in Houston. There's one in Houston that's kind of like blowing up, because it's the only fucking thing to do. So I'd like to, that I would like to go check it out. But man, it's like you said, man. There's the communal experience, Brand. It's a lot of fun. But hopefully we'll all get over this soon and get back to normal soon, man. Yeah. But really, congratulations on the flick, brother. Man. For your first dope, one, man. I can't believe it's your first one. That shit was fucking kick ass, bro.
I can't wait to see what else you have in store, man.
Yeah, I can't wait, man, to see what you got next. I bet that Mac joins. We're big.
The guys from G.U.T.S. It's Kent, and then who else am I talking? What's your name?
Oh yeah, I'm Space Viking, and this is Zano.
Hell yeah, Space Viking and Zano, man. It's nice talking with you, man. And I really appreciate. Like at the end of the day, I'm a fan. I'm a movie fan first, So it's like I just love talking to people that have the same passion. Stay in touch, and if you guys get a chance to watch those, one of those shorts, I'd always be down to talk about that too.
Yeah.
Well, to get on it. It's a bet. We're probably gonna get on it in a few minutes, man. I can't. I can't. I'm all about it, bro. All right. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, man. We'll talk soon.
All right, talk soon.
All right, later.
Later, guys.
We love horror movies, man. Horror movies are our life. There's some horror goons.
I'm Zano the Vision.
Your boy ATX and Space Viking. Trying to figure shit out.
This
changed my life